permeated with barbecue websites under the control of tyrannical administrators. There was one man, a one-man army. He broke all the rules. He allowed his members to speak out, give their opinions, and make the website what it is today. Get ready for Greg Rempe and the Barbecue Central Show.
Cleveland, Ohio. It's the Barbecue Central Show.
Welcome to the Barbecue Central Show. A very good Tuesday evening to you, wherever you may be. This is LA Talk Radio. You found the Barbecue Central Show here. It's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so go ahead and make your time zone adjustments as necessary. As usual, got a great show lined up for you tonight. And getting a word from my man Sam that I'm cutting out big time. So people that might be syndicating on Ustream right now, I'm dumping you. I hate to do it, but I'm going to dump the audio, and that's that. All right, Sam, hopefully that's better. Anyway, as I said, got a great show lined up for you tonight, and if you want to jump in, feel free. Number 216-220-0966, or you can always email the show at bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. Either way you want to do it, certainly that's up to you, and here's what we got going on tonight. Next segment, I will be joined by a fellow, or I guess two fellow cooks on the barbecue circuit. They're, I believe, primarily located in the South Carolina Barbecue Association, or the SCBBA, or the SCABA, or whatever the acronym is for them. But we're going to be talking to them. Joining me is a guy that was one quarter of the Ribs Roundtable that took place in podcast fashion now quite a while back, that being Jack Waiboer of Common Interest Barbecue. And I'll also be joined by Russ Cornette. He is BayouBarbecue.com, and he also is the guy that makes Smokin' Cole's rub and Smokin' Cole sauce. And, of course, to the lucky caller that calls in the free-for-all segment, Russ will be donating a bottle of the rub and a bottle of the sauce. So stay tuned for that. Again, 216-220-0966, bbqcentralradio@gmail.com is the email address. Of course, this portion of the Barbecue Central Show brought to you by the good folks at the Barbecue Guru. Automatic temperature control that fits on any smoker. Not only makers of the DigiQ2, but a host of other products to make your barbecue and grilling life easier, to include the charcoal catering system, the 3-bay or the Caldera smokers, and the Whole E Smokes silicone mats. You can visit them at thebbqguru.com or give them a call at 1-800-288-GURU. So check them out. Hook them up. Call Shotgun Fred, call Barbecue Bob, and let them know you're interested in learning more about their stuff. All right. So I got, by the way, open segment here. So if you've been looking to call in and you want to share your thoughts on a number of any guests that we've had here in the past, or we've covered a subject that you felt passionate about that you wanted to weigh in on and just haven't found the time to do it, then certainly this is the segment to get in. Give me your thoughts. Give me your takes. If you have just a general take on barbecue itself, maybe grilling. Go ahead and call in again, 216-220-0966, bbqcentralradio@gmail.com for the email, and that's the way we'll do it tonight. So here's it's kind of off the subject, yet definitely on the subject. Often I'll sit and talk about, especially when I'm talking to the competition guys, about judging bias. And it's not just all about the competition world these days. No. This ranges, when you're dealing with people, you're going to be dealing with people's personal issues. They got axes to grind. They got backhand payments coming in through the door, all that stuff. So, case in point, barbecue aside, but I can tie it swiftly back to barbecue, is the fact that a couple weeks ago, Hall of Fame for baseball was up. And Jim Rice made it in, former Red Sox. Great. And he was one of those guys that was like right on the fence. He'd been up for a nomination for any number of years since he's been retired and just never made the cut, finally did. So, he gets in. It's debatable whether or not he should be in there or not. But there was another guy up for nomination who's going to be getting in, Rickey Henderson. Now, that name, at least if you're a baseball fan, Rickey Henderson is somebody that is synonymous with greatness. You think Rickey Henderson, you think best leadoff hitter of all time, hands down. Most bases stolen ever. So you would think this guy would be hands down 100% in first ballot Hall of Famer. But no, there's still people out there, sports reporters, people that maybe he snubbed in an interview or they didn't feel like he was playing hard enough, blah, blah, blah. And then they don't even turn in their vote. Now, how does this tie back in? Because when you put up your product for judging at the competitions, no matter what barbecue competition sanctioning body you take part in, somebody's going to open that box. Somebody's going to see something that they don't like, and they're not judging on what the turn-in is, but they're judging on what the turn-in isn't. This is one of the main points I always focus on, and I don't think we'll be able to get over for this. And it's nice to see some people taking more accountability, sanctioning body-wise about putting in rules to take that away. So I certainly appreciate that, and perhaps the show has something a little bit to do with that. Nevertheless, I just thought that would be kind of a fun fact for you to see, judging bias on the professional sports and baseball. Of course, the professional sport of competition barbecue, although I guess some would debate that as well. Nevertheless, another thing, switching gears, did get my hands on a bag of Kingsford competition briquettes. Now, if you're not familiar with what the Kingsford competition briquette is, or perhaps you've seen it, now I know that in January there was some limited release as far as this product is concerned, but not widely available like it will be in April of this year. But I got my hands on an advanced copy, if you will, and I have taken pictures. I have not cooked with it yet because, quite frankly, it has been just horrifically cold here, and I don't know if this is the proper conditions. Well, perhaps it is the proper conditions to do testing. But instead of that, let's take a phone call and see what's happening. Barbecue Central Radio, name and where you're calling from.
This is B-Love in the house.
B-Love is in the house. What's up?
How's it going, Greg?
Just doing a radio show, Brian. What's up?
Just want to let you know, the audio is horrendous online. Trying to listen to you, tuning in, wanted to hear some good grilling info, and it's just not cutting it online.
Are you on the LA Talk Radio website?
I am, and unfortunately, it's I could probably make out every third or fourth word of what you are saying.
So you're getting lag.
It's not lag; it's actually cutting out online.
Cutting out online. Huh.
So for those of you that are online, or for those of your listeners, they're just not hearing what you have to say right now.
All right. Well, Brian, I certainly appreciate chiming in, and we'll probably take a commercial break here in a few minutes, and then we'll see if we can do like a reboot Willie and get it back. So try me out here in a couple minutes.
I will do so.
All right, Brian. Thanks for calling in.
All right. Take care.
Take care. B-Love is in the house. What does that mean, B-Love is in the house? All right, so I don't know if any of you other cats are dealing with LA Talk Radio buffer. These things seem to happen every once in a while. It could be on my end, could be on their end. Again, the show is done remotely, which brings me up to, I know I'm getting segued off the competition briquette thing, but I'm not in L.A., as I've said 100 billion times. I'm in Cleveland. The station is located in Los Angeles. I produce a stream out of here, and the guy that runs the station picks up on it through LA and then broadcasts it out to the general consuming public. So what can I tell you? But we'll see. We'll see what happens during the commercial breaks, and we'll go from there. Could be that my processor is just a little overloaded. Could be something on LA Talk Radio's homepage. But I think if you do an honest assessment of the shows that have taken place here over the last almost year now, it'll be a year, February 7th, that the Barbecue Central show has been on the air, on the internet air. The majority of the shows have been outstanding. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Anyway, got my hands on these competition briquettes, so I want to do an independent lab test study in a burn-type situation. Maybe where I'm taking 50, 25, maybe 10, 15 charcoal, original competition briquette, light them up, see how they ash, see how they burn, see how they smell. I mean, in reality, if you use Kingsford regular, you're always going to use Kingsford regular. It's always available, and who knows what's going on with, if the competition briquette is really going to be around for the long haul or not, whatever. If they're competing with the other natural briquette-type people, it's up for debate, and we'll see. The one thing we do know is if it's good, it'll be great for everybody. Less ash. Look, I don't personally like ash in my Weber Smoky Mountain cookers because it has a tendency to choke out the fire. In a different kind of cooker where it's a firebox and it's ashing away and it's not going to be choking out and running up, choking out my fire, then I don't care. Like when I'm laying a bed of coals in the offset, it doesn't care. I don't care what charcoal I'm using. I just need a bed of coals to start the wood on. So there you go. Let's go ahead and step away here for a brief moment, and when we come back, I will try and reset my connection to LA Talk Radio, and secondly, I will have Jack Waiboer and Russ Cornette of the Carolina Pitmaster School talking about what they got going on down there and what some would argue is the true home of barbecue, the Carolinas. So you got that to look forward to, and then, of course, sauce and rub in the free-for-all segment. Stand by. We'll be right back. Scotty?
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at TheBarbecueGuru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU. Wolf Rub is the howling good answer to bland food. Wolf Rub's special blend of spices, sugars, and salt is an award-winning barbecue rub that can be used right out of the shaker bottle on your table, too. Great on ribs, chicken, steaks, even popcorn and peanuts. Try the original Wolf Rub, a perfect blend of sweet, bold for an extra blast of flavor. Now available in small or large bottles. Visit wolfrub.com to order. www.wolferub.com.
Petey River Swamp Sauce answers the age-old question of which barbecue sauce is best, vinegar, mustard, or tomato-based. So which one is best? They all are, especially when combined to one unique sauce. Petey River Swamp Sauce's unique taste complements all types of dishes. Petey River Swamp Sauce was born of humble beginnings more than 3 years ago as a sauce served at family gatherings and parties, and is now professionally bottled in North Carolina. Petey River Swamp Sauce has been getting rave reviews across the internet. It also won the 2007 Barbecue Central's Barbecue Sauce Contest. You can purchase Petey River Swamp Sauce by going to their website, swampsauce.com, or you can call 910-206-2139 and tell them the Barbecue Central Show sent you. Petey River Swamp Sauce. Flavor you can see.
Let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio.
Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio. It's your Tuesday evening. Dare I remind you that this segment of the Barbecue Central Show brought to you by Petey River Swamp Sauce. By the way, winner of the 2007 Barbecue Central Barbecue Sauce Contest. Visit swampsauce.com or call 910-206-2139. Order some swamp sauce. Petey River Swamp Sauce. Flavor you can see. All right, as promised, joining me now. Oh, that was a horrific segue on my end. Joining me now, as promised, two gentlemen, well steeped in barbecue lore, barbecue tradition, and taking time out of their busy schedules tonight to talk to me about the Carolina Pitmasters School. Jack Waiboer of Common Interest Barbecue Team and Russ Cornette, not Russ Cole, by the way, Bayou Barbecue Team. Guys, welcome to the show. How are you?
Greg,
Hey, Greg, how are you?
Great. Well, hopefully we don't talk over each other too much tonight. Manners, I heard, are key in Southern hospitality. All right, guys, cooking schools seem to be very popular these days. A lot of people that are successful in competitions, holding any sanctioning body in particular, they all seem to be kind of, popping up. Popular class located in a place where you guys are actually running a class popular to a place where some would argue that this is the birthplace of really true barbecue, which would be the states of the Carolinas. So, Jack, why don't you go ahead, give us a little brief background about yourself and how long you've been in barbecue, and then we'll turn it over to Russ.
Great. Greg, I'm really excited about being on the show tonight. There's some great things happening in South Carolina barbecue, and I can't tell you how proud I am of being part of all the things that are going on down here. We started the Carolina Pitmasters Barbecue Cooking School in 2006. We got together with the SCBA and Lake High and his group over there and put together a school basically for the cookers. The cookers wanted the opportunity to get better at what they did. South Carolina Barbecue organized. South Carolina Barbecue was going through some changes, and we just filled a void to try to make things better. Myself and my friend Tim Handy were the ones that put the original school together. Tim since went ahead and pursued a career culinary education, and last year Russ won the South Carolina Best of the Best contest, and we teamed up after that contest and put together the 2008 South Carolina Pitmasters Barbecue Cooking School.
All right, go ahead, Russ.
Hi, Greg. Thanks for having me on, and I'm just happy to be part of the show and part of Carolina Pitmasters. I started cooking competition barbecue in March of 2001, and I mostly cooked on the South Carolina barbecue circuit and SCBA circuit, that is, a little bit of KCBS, and was lucky enough to have Jack invite me on the Carolina Pitmasters last year, and had a blast, and hope people that took the class learned a lot, and I certainly learned a lot from the experience, and I'm just glad to be part of it.
Jack, what are you cooking on?
Greg, to know me, you know I cook on a bunch of different kind of cookers. I primarily cook on the class primarily cooks on in my end of the class, we cook on an Oklahoma Joe 30-inch tube. I also picked up a brand new hog cooker that's a double wall insulated cooker. I have a homemade offset, Texas offset that I use as well. We're going to have a La Cajina involved this year. Russ uses a Cajun microwave. He also has one that he calls the Hunley. We're going to have FEs involved. Part of the deal in the Carolina Pitmasters is to get involved in as much hardware as we can possibly put out there. Not only do we put out good software instructions, if you want to call it that, cooking processes and everything that goes along with it, but we really like to expose the students to as much hardware as we can. Russ,
what's a Hunley and a Cajun cooker?
The Cajun microwave is basically the same thing as a La Cajina, but it's a little bit larger. I can fit about 120-pound, 130-pound hog in it, and that's what I do hogs on a competition most of the time. Lately, I've been actually borrowing Carolina Grills, one of Mike Lau's Carolina Grills cookers, and have done pretty well with that. The Hunley is basically a homemade oil drum that's cut out and put some racks in it. It's got an offset firebox on it. We've picked it up about 4 years ago, and I've done a good bit of modifications to it, and just to keep it coming along, and we've got some more things in mind to keep going with it, but it's done pretty well for us. Also have a couple of WSMs and the Weber kettle I use too.
All right, so concerning a little bit more towards the actual class itself, Jack, why don't you go ahead and start? Give us kind of an overview or perhaps what a potential participant could expect to see or what happens during the course of the class. And then whatever Jack doesn't fill, Russ, you can fill in what he misses.
All right.
That's great. Greg, the mission of the Carolina Pitmasters is to teach and promote the art of quality barbecue while benefiting charitable organizations. We have gotten together with the Dorchester Shrine Club here in Somerville, and we're going to be benefiting that organization. We're going to be cooking 4 categories this year, which is an addition from what we did last year. We're going to teach whole hog, Boston butts, ribs, and chicken. And we will go through, it's set in a competition environment. We start at noon on Friday, and we set it up just as if you were cooking competition straight on through. We do all the prep work on Friday night. We do straight down from cutting St. Louis ribs out of whole 3-ounce slabs. Well, we're going to prep chicken just like you do in a contest. We're going to prep Boston butts with all the injections and the rubs and everything else that goes along with it. And then through the night, we'll get everything on. Through the night, we'll cook through the night. Saturday morning, we'll actually have a live judging, which makes us a whole lot more unique than a lot of the other classes out there. Mm-hmm. The South Carolina Barbecue Association gets involved with us. We bring in a group of judges, and we have a live judging first thing on Saturday morning where there's an open question and answer section that goes both ways, both from the judges and to the students themselves, where they can see the judging going on, they can see how they do it, they can see how the boxes get presented, they can see what the judges are looking at. The judges can ask the cooks questions like, what were you trying to do here? And the students can ask questions like, what do you mean by it doesn't taste quite right? Or all those questions go along. It's really a great opportunity to see a live contest straight on through. And like I said, the question and answer period is invaluable.
So obviously this is definitely being geared more towards South Carolina barbecue as far as the judging is concerned and the preparation that you're showing?
No, Greg, we do a lot of different kind of things. We show a lot of different kind of boxes. We'll show Memphis and May boxes. We'll show Memphis and May prep. I cook on the KCBS circuit, but I primarily focus on the SCBA circuit, but I primarily focus on the KCBS end of the world. We also have brought on Tim Patton this year from Petey River Swamp Sauce. And we're hoping that he'll bring a little bit more of the KCBS style of cooking and advice, that whole thing as well. When we do box preparations, we'll do box preparations both for the SCBA and for the KCBS.
Russ, when the class is going on, are you guys, whoever's teaching the class at that point, do you guys have different meats that Russ, is responsible for and Jack's responsible for and whoever else is teaching? Yeah,
this year, like last year, Jack and Garland Hudgens are going to teach the whole hog segment. Last year I taught the Boston butts, and Garland Hudgens is going to help me with the Boston butts this year. I'm going to do ribs this year again, and I believe Tim Patton and John Haney are going to run the chicken section this year. So everybody's got a little bit to do during the instruction section.
Anything to add with that, Jack?
No, that's pretty much the way that it works. The instructors are all top-notch cooks. They all know their stuff. Some are up and coming. Some are already established at what they do. I think the last of the instructors or the last of the people involved with Carolina Pitmaster is probably Rusty Painter, who is the webmaster of CarolinaPitmasters.com.
Now, when you're doing these classes, is it always in an effort to benefit a charity, or is that sometimes you're benefiting a charity and other times you're just offering it to show people how to cook for barbecue competitions?
At this point in time, Greg, everything we do, like I said, our mission is to promote the quality barbecue while benefiting charitable organizations. My team, Common Interest, doesn't cook in a contest unless it benefits a charitable organization. That's part of what we do. That's part of what barbecue is all about for me and my group. And we stick to it. We like to be involved in barbecue from that end of the game.
So this is another place where you guys are separated. Not only do you have the real live judging going on, but now you're also every time you're out there cooking or you're doing one of these classes, you're benefiting a charity. Russ, can you speak on where you guys came up with that idea and what that means to you guys as a whole as Carolina Pitmasters?
Well, I mean, me, like Jack, Smokin Coals, we only compete in competitions that benefit a worthy charity, and I guess we just kind of see eye to eye on that, and I think that's what the class and Carolina Pitmasters is all about. Is we teach traditional Southern barbecue while benefiting a charity, and this time happens to be the Shriners here in Somerville. That's just the kind of the base of our class and why we do what we do, really.
Now, is it up to the students to take notes throughout the class, or do you guys provide some type of written supplement that you hand out as well for them to take home?
We provide an outline of what we're going to teach. Certainly, there's so much information that goes on. You're benefiting by taking notes. I think the great part about the class, a lot of instructors teach a class, but they're up there teaching class. They're not actually hands-on. Everybody at Carolina Pitmasters cooks up. Every team will get a whole hog. We usually have anywhere between 25 and 40 students involved, so we're certainly not going to go out there and cook 40 hogs. So we break everybody down into a team environment, and each team gets a hog to cook, and they put their hands on it, they inject it, they trim it, they do everything that has to do with the hog. And then everybody gets Boston butts, everybody gets ribs, and you go ahead and take those home with you. So, it's just a great opportunity to get hands-on and really get into the nuts and bolts of prepping barbecue and making barbecue. Not only is it great for competition cooks, Greg, but it's great for just people who want to learn how to cook better barbecue, learn how to cook ribs. Garland Hudgens will be taking care of our backyard section this year. He'll have the Weber Smoky Mountains out there. We're probably looking at getting something, a big green egg or a primo or something out there that normally is a backyard instrument. We might even go ahead and cook a couple of butts on a Weber kettle just to show that it can be done. I have a small La Jacachina that we'll put out there as well. So it's for everybody. It's not just for the comp cooks.
Of course, one of the biggest things that people want to know about is cost of the class. So go ahead and reveal that, Russ.
Cost of the class is $300 per person, and you can bring a partner for an extra $200. So $500 for two, $300 for one, and it's really not much more, probably less than what you'd spend at a typical contest with entry fee and everything, all the other expenses that are involved.
Greg, if I could, that's another thing that makes us unique of over the other classes. other classes invite you to bring yourself and your spouse, and if you're not a spouse, you don't get in for the other $200. We had such an outpouring of support and of I don't know what you want to call it, a grievance maybe of some sort that we needed to address. So many teams wanted to bring a cooking partner and not their wife to the class, so we decided, well, you know what? It really doesn't make a whole lot of difference whether you bring your wife or whether you bring your cooking partner. 2 people is 2 people, and we just figured that it was probably a better way to handle the situation. So go ahead and get together with your cooking partner, and if that's who you want to bring to stay up all night and cook barbecue and tell stories with, well, that's certainly you're welcome to come along.
What dates do you have scheduled up here for the Carolina Pitmasters here?
It's March 6th and 7th in Somerville. So we're going to kick off, open the gates around 8 a.m. Friday, March 6th, and start the class at noon. We'll go all day, all night, and try to wrap it up early, mid-afternoon, about 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon on the 7th.
Are there any other dates in 09 that you're looking to hammer down?
Not right now. I think we're going to be looking at the schedule here shortly after we get through this class.
I think we'd like to take a future and take a look at maybe breaking it down into some more shorter class periods. Maybe I don't know, maybe 3-4 hours on a Saturday afternoon, and go through some more easier meats, if you want to call it that, or backyard meats, cooking pork loins and chicken breasts and that kind of thing.
Somerville is located in what state?
South Carolina.
It's
Carolina. About 20 miles west of Charleston.
Had a couple emails just shoot right in there trying to make sure they knew what state to go to. Looks like we might got a couple takers here for you guys. Now, website for people to go and check out all the information, get a little bio on the class instructors and so forth.
www.carolinapitmasters.com.
And Russ, I know aside from being Bayou Barbecue Competition Cooking Team, you also make the Smokin' Coals sauce and rub. So if you want to pump up your website to have people check your sauce and rub out?
Yeah, actually, we cook under Smokin' Coals now. We changed our cooking team name a couple of years ago and cook under Smokin' Coals, but our website is smokincoals.com. It's SMOKINCOLES.com, and we have a tomato-based barbecue sauce that I use in my competitions on ribs and chicken, and also have a dry rub that I use on all my meats. And we've been pretty successful with it. In fact, a lot of teams in South Carolina have picked up my sauce and are using it in competition now, and I think they're doing pretty well with it.
All right, Jack and Russ, certainly appreciate you guys coming on, sharing a little bit of time with me to talk about the Carolina Pitmasters class. And again, that website to find out more information about that is carolinapitmasters.com. You can find out more about Russ's sauce and rub at smokincoals.com. Jack, do you have a personal website where you hawk stuff?
I don't hawk anything. You can follow me around at commoninterestbarbecue.blogspot.com. That's where you see my ins and outs of cooking a barbecue team and what we do.
All right, Jack, Russ, again, appreciate you coming on tonight, and we'll hook up again in the future and see what you guys are up to next.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks for having us.
All right, continued success.
Right.
Jack Waiboer, Russ Cornette, two great guys putting together a great. This is what I love about the competition barbecuer. These guys are doing classes. A lot of the guys out there are doing it to line their own pockets. Certainly, that's they've earned the right to do that. These guys putting together a competition cooking class, but are also trying to make sure that they benefit a charity. This time it's their local shrine. So a hearty props and congratulations to them. That is March 6th and 7th of this year in Somerville, South Carolina. When we come back, we'll have the free-for-all segment for your chance to win some Smokin' Coals sauce and barbecue rub. Stand by. I'll be right back. Michelle?
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show.
Wolf Rob is the Howlin' Good Answer. Wolf Rob is the Howlin' Good Answer. Wolf Rob is the Howlin' Good Answer to bland food.
Wow. The hell just happened?
Wolf Rub is the howling good answer to bland food. Wolf Rub's special blend of spices, sugars, and salt is an award-winning barbecue rub that can be used right out of the shaker bottle on your table, too. Great on ribs, chicken, steaks, even popcorn and peanuts. Try the original Wolf Rub, a perfect blend of sweet and heat, or the new Wolf Rub Bold for an extra blast of flavor. Now available in small or large bottles. Visit wolfrub.com to order. www.wolferub.com.
Petey River Swamp Sauce answers the age-old question of which barbecue sauce is best, vinegar, mustard, or tomato-based. So which one is best? They all are, especially when combined to one unique sauce. Petey River Swamp Sauce's unique taste complements all types of dishes. Petey River Swamp Sauce was born of humble beginnings more than 3 years ago as the sauce served at family gatherings and parties, and is now professionally bottled in North Carolina. Petey River Swamp Sauce has been getting rave reviews across the internet. It also won the 2007 Barbecue Central's Barbecue Sauce Contest. You can purchase Petey River Swamp Sauce by going to their website, swampsauce.com, or you can call 910-206-2139 and tell them the Barbecue Central Show sent you. Petey River Swamp Sauce. Flavor you can see.
Barbecue has never been easier with the Barbecue Guru. The Barbecue Guru is a temperature control and monitor for all pits, charcoal, wood, electric, your pit. It easily attaches to any smoker or pit and gives you simple, trouble-free control of your temperatures so you can make championship quality barbecue every time and all the time. And it's location-free. Take it anywhere. This amazing breakthrough in barbecue technology is a microprocessor-controlled draft system that uses temperature monitors and a small fan to keep your temperatures constant. The stainless steel Guru Pit Minder gives you a choice of controls from 90 to 370 degrees. So cold smoking, pepper drying, making cheese or jerky, or fabulous briskets and ribs is nothing short of effortless. The Procom 4 lets you monitor your pit from up to 600 feet away. And there's more. Check out the full line of products and accessories for the future of barbecue with new items on the way. Visit thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
Let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio.
All right, back at it. Barbecue Central Show. Free segment. Free for all segment. Tough night. Man, tough crowd. I'm getting killed on the Ustream board today. Jesus Christ. Trying to do something nice for somebody, and the fat people make fun of the way you look. What kind of people? Fat! What? Fat! Fat people. Fat! Hey, this portion of the Barbecue Central Show brought to you by Fred's Music and BBQ. Everything you need for your grill or smoker is right here. Don't forget, Fred's Music and BBQ has egg spurts. Egg spurts? Visit fredsmusicandbbq.com or give Fred a call at 610-796-2527. That's 610-796-2527. Free-for-all segment, 216-220-0966 if you want a Smokin' Coals rub and or sauce. Well, not and or. You get both. You get the sauce, you get the rub. You call 216-220-0966. And Smokin' Coals has graciously donated that prize pack. And that ends the billboard segment for tonight. Again, thanks to Jack Waiboer and Russ Cornette coming on, talking about the Carolina Pitmasters. Again, very great, very gracious that they are holding this Class A to share the knowledge, but more importantly, going out and donating back to a charity. This is what they do. And Jack, actually, as he said, does not even go ahead and participate in a competition unless he's able to benefit somebody. So that's a wonderful thing. Missed a call there. It's fine. Feel free to call back again. That number, 216-220-0966. Smokin' Coals, barbecue rub, Smokin' Coals, barbecue sauce. It's good stuff. And let's go ahead and race to the phones. We go to area code 256, Barbecue Central Show, name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Phil White, Huntsville, Alabama.
Phil, the show winner. What's up?
Hey, yeah, I'm coming after some of that rub and sauce.
Smokin' Coals barbecue rub and barbecue sauce. Have you had Smokin' Coals before yet, Paul?
No, I hadn't, but I'm always open to try.
That's right, and evidently you're the guy that whose fingers are the only one that's working on a regular basis.
Hey, that's just the way we roll down here in Alabama, I guess. Right. I don't know where everybody's at tonight.
Alabama.
But I've enjoyed your show, and I've had good luck with my fingers in this giveaway you've been doing. I just hope I do the same way on the circuit this year.
Hey, we wish you nothing but luck, my friend. And go ahead, you know the drill. Give me your shipping information via email, and we'll get it down to Russ, and I'll hook you right up.
I'll get it to you. Thanks.
All right, take care. And that guy wins. He's a winner. You people sit there, you're chatting your life away on that Ustream chat board. Look where it's getting you. By the way, if you have emails that you want to get out to the Carolina Pitmasters, you can do so at Carolina Pitmasters, plural, pitmasters at gmail.com. Got to love the Gmail. I'm a big fan of the Gmail. I suggest everybody get Gmail. I'm going way off the barbecue board here. I'm telling you to get Gmail right now because you don't know what you ever did without it. Thank you very little. Thoughts about Carolina Pitmasters, questions, 216-220-0966, BBQ Central Radio at gmail.com. I did want to mention that I think weeks ago I had mentioned that Billy Bones had sent me the Goes Green gift pack, which is coupling with my challenging the competition world to go green or at least greener. Go at least greener. How many barbecue competitions are taking place during the course of a calendar year? Let's see. 5, carry the 7. 45. I think there's 1 trillion barbecue competitions that take place during the course of the year. To the best of my knowledge, of all of the 1 trillion barbecue competitions that are taking place, use styrofoam containers. Now, of course, we do know that once you throw those styrofoam containers in the ground, over time, they break down and become styrofoam containers. That's right, because they don't break down. There has to be a way in order to green up. There's a great vast number of wonderful things that are going on with barbecue right now, but styrofoam containers is patently ridiculous. There's things out there that perhaps might be a little bit more costly up front, but wouldn't you rather spend a little bit more money up front knowing that you weren't leaving your kids or your grandkids in a world that could potentially blow up because we used, and believe me, I'm younger than all of you. Probably most of you combined, you could double my age, and I'm still younger than all of you people. But I think, and I've been trying to get my green expert on, actresses, go figure. But it is, I will be asking the tough questions. I will be calling the Kansas City Barbecue Society. I'll be having Merle Whitebook on here in the next few weeks. I'll be asking Rob Bagby from Florida Barbecue Association if I ever get my hands on people from Memphis in May or Memphis and Barbecue Network or whoever the hell their whatever their names are these days. All the sanctioning bodies out there that are going into continued use of styrofoam turn-in containers. And yes, I will come up with the answer for them. It is up to them. Something that biodegrades, something you can jam into the ground after you're done with it, and then it just melts away, and it's become a wholesome, wonderful goodness for the ecosystem around it, something that isn't desecrating it or ruining it. Shame on you people. Glazing your chicken and cutting your brisket, putting it right in that styrofoam container, not even caring about this world. Shameful people. Anyway, so tying back to the Billy Bones Goes Green gift pack, he had a couple barbecue sauces in there. He had a big thing of rub, and I got to try the, I believe it was the mild barbecue sauce. I tried it 4 different times just to make sure I was giving it a fair shake. Now, initially, I opened the bottle, being honest, and I had that whiff of, you know what I'm going to say, liquid smoke, and that scared me. I wanted to put it away and run, turn 180 degrees and run in the opposite direction. But I went ahead, I stuck with it, and it was good on, what did I have it on first? I always try it on chicken nuggets, and then I try it on, like, real food. So I did the chicken thighs, of course, in the oven, but I broiled them, to kind of glaze it on there, and the taste profile was really good. So if you like a nice, it's got a little bit of heat, the liquid smoke goes away, so that's a good thing. And I liked it. I would recommend it. You go to BillyBonesBBQ.com. You look at I tried the mild sauce. I believe I have. It's either a hot or a regular, still in the pantry there that I'll be trying on. And I believe they called it smoke flavor on the little write up in the back. Smoke flavor. So what can I tell you? My wife liked it. She's a big barbecue palate discerner. She doesn't like many because she can. Very sensitive palate, and she liked it. We both agreed it would probably be good on pork, so I will be go ahead. I recommend it. What can I tell you? I'm trying to pass things along to you. I'm trying to share what I have, just like I'll be sharing my independent studies of the Kingsford briquette here probably in the next week or two, and we can go from there. Hey, coming up in the next few shows, next week I'm going to have the folks from Lone Star Barbecue Society in Texas. So, pardon me, we'll be talking to Harvey, I believe his name is, and one of his sergeant-at-arms about what they do down there in Texas, why they hate pork, and so forth, what their rules are. I think it's always fascinating to find those little factions of barbecue competitions that have made their own rules, that have gone against the bigger, badder fellows. Week after that, I have potentially slated up Jaden Hare from SteamyKitchen.com to talk about how you take a potentially, like a sirloin cut of steak and you douse it with salt and you let it sit on there for so long. She's got this whole method, and it turns it into a wonderful piece of steak, much better than you thought that you would have paid for initially. And then I have a number, Merle White book coming out from the KCBS weeks after that. And then, of course, stars way too big to name coming down the pike. So we're going to put a wrap on that. Thanks to Phil White for calling in and winning the Smokin' Coals sauce and rub. Thanks to my guest tonight, Jack Waiboer from Common Interest Barbecue. Thanks to Russ Cornette from Smokin' Coals. I believe that's smokincoals.com. I know you can get there if you go to bayoubarbecue.com. That's a redirect to Smokin' Coals. So check him out, and thanks to him for the sauce and the rub tonight. Thanks, Sam, for running the sound. I believe we got everything hooked back up to top-notch sound quality, so thanks for working behind the scenes with me on that. Don't forget to stay tuned. Coming up after me, guys, I don't know if you have ever thought about 4 girls in a room full of microphones, but that's what Broad Topic is, my friend, and it's coming on right up after me, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, talking about all sorts of girly wonderfulness. Perhaps the ladies would like to stay tuned for that. I don't know. It's Broad Topics. Laura Joan, Kelly and Jillian, hot chicks, microphones, whatever. Don't forget, next week, Lone Star Barbecue Society. Join me next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give me your thoughts. People that were hooked up on the syndicated Ustream tonight, let me know how it sounded. And until we meet again next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is your Barbecue Central Show program host, Greg Rempe, U.S. American. Good night now.
is the howling good answer to bland food. Wolf Rub's special blend of spices, sugars, and salt is an award-winning barbecue rub that can be used right out of the shaker bottle on your table, too. Great on ribs, chicken, steaks, even popcorn and peanuts. Try the original Wolf Rub, a perfect blend of sweet and heat, or the new Wolf Rub Bold for an extra blast of flavor. Now available in small or large bottles. Visit wolfrub.com to order. www.wolferub.com.
Petey River Swamp Sauce answers the age-old question of which barbecue sauce is best, vinegar, mustard, or tomato-based. So which one is best? They all are, especially when combined to one unique sauce. Petey River Swamp Sauce's unique taste complements all types of dishes. Petey River Swamp Sauce was born of humble beginnings more than 3 years ago as a sauce served at family gatherings and parties, and is now professionally bottled in North Carolina. Petey River Swamp Sauce has been getting rave reviews across the internet. It also won the 2007 Barbecue Central's Barbecue Sauce Contest. You can purchase Petey River Swamp Sauce by going to their website, swampsauce.com, or you can call 910-206-2139 and tell them the Barbecue Central Show sent you. Petey River Swamp Sauce. Flavor you can see.
Barbecue has never been easier with the Barbecue Guru. The Barbecue Guru is a temperature control and monitor for all pits, charcoal, wood, electric, your pit. It easily attaches to any smoker or pit and gives you simple, trouble-free control of your temperatures, so you can make championship quality barbecue every time and all the time. And it's location-free. Take it anywhere. This amazing breakthrough in barbecue technology is a microprocessor-controlled draft system that uses temperature monitors and a small fan to keep your temperatures constant. The stainless steel Guru Pit Minder gives you a choice of controls from 90 to 370 degrees. So cold smoking, pepper drying, making cheese or jerky, or fabulous briskets and ribs is nothing short of effortless. The Procom 4 lets you monitor your pit from up to 600 feet away. And there's more. Check out the full line of products and accessories for the future of barbecue with new items on the way. Visit thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com. Or call 1-800-288-GURU.